This meeting is being recorded.
No barking this time, yay!
Hey. All right, this is our last giveaway code of the day.
Awesome.
So get your entries in. And we are now going to spoiler talk. So anything and anything, Ginga, we are given free reign. Don't worry about spoilers.
If you don't want to be spoiled, leave now.
Yes, leave now. If you do not want to
come
be
back
spoiled.
in an hour.
Yeah.
I have been spoiled immensely for what happens in The Last Wars and Noah, so
yeah, totally up to you if you're okay with spoilers or not. But yes, if you don't want to get spoiled up through Noah, I suggest, sign off, come back at the next hour, and we'll do our giveaway and closing. This
crazy too.
Weird, crazy. I don't even know.
I heard Noah.
I must still be here. I will forget this in about 5 minutes after we talk about this. So no.
Okay.
But yeah, like I don't know if we want this to be the actual end of the Ginga series or if we want him to do something else. Like I don't know.
I just want a one manga volume on just this is the complete end of the Ginga saga.
Yes. Do we have to end on dogs going to space and falling back to Earth into the water, which apparently kills the alien worms, like, Lilo and Stitch. Stitch can't survive in water. Like, that was all I was thinking.
I'm like just still bummed that like The Last Wars was rushed to be finished just to like put this out. I'm like, I wish The Last Wars just like had an actual ending.
Did we ever because we see a little bit of Chibi the bear in here? Did that ever actually wrap up? I can't remember if we ever got anything more about Chibi. Nope. Just, hey, here's this bear, and nothing happens.
Even the void.
Yeah. It's like, really? Yes, the wonderful space dogs. I don't even know. I was like, this is bizarre.
We need Tsukata Tsuji to save us.
Yeah, the entire ending, I was like, Nani?
Like,
Nani the
what?
fuck?
I mean, once the buttworms happened, I was just like, are you kidding me?
I mean, why do I see Sirius and Noah get swallowed up by two alien dog infested dogs? I mean,
I remember I was talking to one of my friends who vaguely knows Ginga just by proxy, and I was like, so do you want to know what weird thing is happening in the dog manga now? And he was like, well, what? I was just like, okay, you got to guess the most tropiest of ran out of ideas thing. And he just kind of sat there for a minute and was like, aliens? And I was like, yep. He's like, wait, what? Aliens.
Aliens.
From what I heard, my friend Jerso and I were talking about Noah, because I haven't read it yet, and I'm okay. I got spoiled for a ton of stuff anyways, but all I know is that there's aliens, buttworms, vordogs. The vordogs scared me a little bit. That wasn't really enjoying that.
Yeah.
Aliens.
The buttworms are the aliens.
God.
And the buttworm aliens cause vordogs.
And space monkey.
And the onion. Space monkeys. Okay. So I really don't think spoilers are going to be too bad, because I think no matter what, I'm going to go in and be like, oh.
A lot of the pacing even didn't really work. Honestly, if you were to just have the main events in here, this manga would only be 5 volumes long.
It's very slow.
It was very repetitive.
I don't think Yoshihiro Takahashi knew what he wanted to do. He just kept week by week.
I pretty much would just scan like what happened, like just skim through it, and I was like, okay, so we didn't figure out anything about these alien worms. Okay, whatever.
This is
And also the main plot
let
point is
have them die
flying.
and all that. Ow.
Yeah, and then they were like killed off like really quickly.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then all was good in the world.
And of course we have Noah, aka Hyena, back from the dead, and you're just like, huh? We're pretty sure he showed up as an actual ghost.
Yes.
Yeah.
That doesn't.
When like Moss died and those like that. Even
I just
shooter
remember-
would have been a better option.
Yeah, that would have been awesome having Eudora back, but yeah, I love it. I just remember our initial like trying to guess who Noah was when it was first coming out. Like who's Noah gonna be? Who's Noah gonna be? And then we're like, what? Wait.
I mean, it should have been anyone but Hyena.
Hyena, yeah.
Yeah, Hyena was like, no, he was dead.
Yeah.
Like if you didn't confirm that he was dead, it would have been better. But they confirmed it by showing him as a ghost.
Ghost,
Because
yeah.
if Sniper and Ben survived, Hyena could have survived too.
Definitely.
But they could have used any other character. And they used one of the ones that they confirmed were dead.
In the chat, where are people reading the newer mangas? So there are summaries posted on Ginga board of every chapter. And if you get enough posts, don't spam the forum though. We look down on that. But if you join Ginga board and participate in the conversations, then you'll get access to where people post full translations of the manga.
Noah
And
is
yeah,
not a descendant of Weed. He is
Literally
Hyena.
Hyena.
Named. Yeah.
It's Hyena from GNG.
With a new name.
Hyena who should have been
Literally
dead.
Hyena. But goes by the name Noah because, of course, they lost their memory. So,
Every time
and the
tropes. Tropiest of tropes.
Yeah. The time span of Hyena / No is like, how? When?
At a point, from hearing, like the spoilers and everything and how kind of crazy it's gotten, I kind of think like, man, I feel kind of bad for Yoshihiro because he like is sitting there slaving by drawing this. And he's like, what do I need to put in next? What can I do that I have not done already? That's also kind of still related to everything. But then he just goes off the wall.
I mean, he intended to finish the series with The Last Wars, and he was pushed by the publisher to continue.
Yeah.
And
honestly,
I just
contracts are awful.
wish
Somebody
they had
save
let
Takahashi.
him properly finish The Last Wars, because it's called The Last Wars, and he even says that. That's why it's called The Last Wars.
And it
'cause
felt
it's
like
The
it
Last
was
Wars.
coming full circle too, going back to Son of Akabuto then versus all of the children of the other dogs from GSG. So it was like, oh, it's gonna be good. But then, I think he had to take a break, and then suddenly Noah was announced, and we're like, what is this?
Or do you think
I have a
he's
fan
spiked?
fetish for right.
I know that he did want to break a record of like number of chapters or amount of manga, but I'm not sure if he still wanted to do that since he said that, because man, he's getting old. He's kind of wanting to take a break.
I think that record was for total, right? Not just like one series.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's still working on it, I guess.
Yeah, like it's still way up there for.
Yeah. Last I checked, it was the 7th longest running manga franchise.
Yeah, but I think
6
the
or 7.
record that he's going for is for a mangaka record, not a series record.
Yeah, so it's
he is
everything
still
he's
writing
ever
manga,
made, like from back before GNG and everything. So I'm kind of like, I haven't really been keeping up much with the newest manga about sort of like his little like autobiographical.
No, I have.
Autobiography manga, but like I think it's probably good for him to have a break from just the dogs. and being able
That
to
what
like,
they wanna
let's draw
think so,
people
too.
again.
He's probably losing his mind. I bet he's like trying to like write all these like obscure things because he's like, you know what, I'm done.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm done. I'm just gonna write whatever I want. I'm gonna make it as stupid and as insane as it possibly can be.
So hopefully
Yeah. Yeah, so at least Garaku is letting him write that more sort of like history manga now. So who knows if he's gonna go back to an actual Ginga story again.
In the chat asked about if it would still count for the record if he did side manga. Yes, it's for the volumes total that he's written.
Yeah, so even the non-Ginga stories, like anything, because he used to do a bunch of like sport mangas and things like that. So all of that, it's like total amount. I wonder if there's like actual stats somewhere saying like list of like mangakas.
I assume there is, at least in Japanese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I'm just trying to search for like most prolific like a mangaka, and I'm not. Yeah, it's all like the manga series. It like doesn't know what mangaka is. Search for mangaka. There's 10 richest mangaka in Japan. No, I don't want that.
So I also just want to make sure that I have this right because I forget who was talking about that they cut out. So the Last Wars was originally supposed to be the end, but then he rushed it to get Noah out.
I think he was rushing because he was wanting to like take a break because he took a break between there. I think we were thinking that there was some health thing that he needed to take a break for. So I think that they just said, okay, we're just going to end the manga there and you take your break.
Yeah,
I think instead of continuing Last Wars, they just announced Noah.
Yeah.
After that break.
But I do suspect that the rush had to do with them continuing to push him to do another manga. He's like, well, if you're going to make me do another manga, I'm going to take a break.
Yeah.
And
if you're going to make me write more than I would want to, then okay.
Yeah. I feel so sorry for him.
Yeah, some of that inner working stuff, like they can't officially say anything on. So a lot of it is speculation. But yeah, the mangaka contracts, especially like some of the newer ones, are much more lenient and like letting people end their series. But I mean, he's back from a contract back in like the 2000s, so he's still in those awful mangaka contracts where you're basically like, yep, you're a slave to the magazine. You're totally at their whim. You cannot stop until they say you stop. So it's pretty rough.
Okay, yeah, because I was just curious, like, if maybe he wanted to, like, maybe he would flesh out the end of Last Wars a little bit. Like, I have not read it yet, so but I do know some spoilers. I'm just curious on if he would ever kind of like speak out about, you know, what he had planned for the Last Wars instead of being kind of ushered into doing Noah.
Yeah, and a lot of that, it's like, not sure. I don't even think that there's a way to really contact him, even if we were to send like a message to him in Japanese, really ask. And again, who knows what's under NDA and everything as well. Like,
if you're
really
interested,
cool
there is an interview in, I think, the last volume of Last Wars, and it's translated on Ginga board.
Oh yeah, there was
about that sort of thing. I mean, basically repeating what we've said, but that's where a lot of us have gotten that information. So
okay, I'm just curious if he would have wanted to like change anything with the end of Last Wars, if there was like extra things he would want to put in or change the story completely, like the ending.
I'm sure there probably was, but yeah, who knows if we'll ever get an official answer on any of that.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, some people in the chat are talking about like, oh, let's do like side stories instead of a full manga, and I'm like, yes, Yes, definitely give us
More
a side
first
story about
wars.
Fuji.
That's
Give
what I
us
was
Fuji.
hoping they would
More
do.
Fuji.
More
love
first
Fuji.
wars.
Side story about Fuji would have
Yes,
been great.
more first wars. First wars. First wars.
First wars.
No.
Like the manga volume came out with an actual 1 on it, so I'm like, is there gonna be a 2?
Where's 2?
No, where's our volume 2 of First Wars? It was so cute.
Or
Yeah,
true.
I want to see more of it.
And that way, Yoshiro Takahashi doesn't have to do much. I mean,
Yeah, it's mostly on Suji. Yeah,
That's a
they're
Fuji.
awesome. I love that they still draw like little art for each year. Little
Yeah,
First
I love
Wars art.
that.
And it's like, thank you. We love this so much. Give us more. Yeah, I would love to see more side stories. I want to see more Lonely Ron. Lonely Ron was awesome.
Good.
So
Yeah, I
Lonely
think
Ron's so
honestly,
great.
like, I feel like if we're gonna get more actual Ginga, I'd like to see more of the side stories because it seems, less pressure on Takahashi's side if he ever does that, because then he doesn't have to write a whole long story with arcs. He can just write a little 1-chapter story.
Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling he probably just like us has like these ideas for what happened to certain characters like Chirotora, Fuji, and all these characters. Like there was a short story about Gin's siblings, I think. It was Gin's siblings, or Ricky's siblings, or one of the two. So I don't doubt that he's had ideas of doing that. And it's still a possibility in the future because I think we've only gotten like 1 chapter or 1 volume of the new one that just released. And it kind of feels like they're going back to basics. It feels like they're going back to basics with this new series or this new manga that just released. So I don't know if this is going to be a new series in itself or if it's going to somehow tie in with Ginga. I think it's called like Dog Days or something like that.
Yeah.
So there's a possibility that we may revisit the Ginga characters at some point, possibly within this one. I'm holding out for that, but either way, I purely for nostalgia, I think is the main reason why I'm maybe not seeing like flaws in this new one. Or like major flaws, like storytelling wise, but it feels like he's going back to what he originally wrote about.
Well,
and like he's
the Dog Days is like his childhood. It's like an autobiographical.
it's based off of him.
Yeah. It's like his childhood. Some names are different, and like he's changing and adding some stuff. But it's literally his life.
Oh wow, I didn't know
it's supposed to be. Yeah, it's supposed to be like an autobiographical.
Yeah, and I also what
that's
this is like
interesting.
translated it back then, but it's that Takahashi's childhood nickname was Otto. So it's like, that makes sense.
Well, it makes me sad reading that autobiographical manga.
Yeah, given all that's happened.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if that's stuff that really happened to him so far, like, that's
yeah, there's some rough stuff in there.
Yeah. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I had to take a couple breaks reading through it. Like, I had to take a couple breaks myself. Like, I couldn't imagine actually going through that if that was what he actually went through as a child. Especially, I think him in the story is like, what, 5-6 years old?
Mm-hmm.
Like, at that young age? And even the story with the kittens and everything, oh
yeah, that was terrible.
That broke my heart.
Also, there's that one chapter that really grossed me out. I don't. It's in chapter 13. I don't want to say it, so take a look yourself.
Chapter 13.
I vaguely, I think I know what you're talking about. I don't fully, but I have a feeling. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to say it right here because it's inappropriate.
Yeah, like that.
Oh,
Even
that
stuff. You're like,
if it's
Yeah.
what it is, yeah.
I think there are different I don't want to say laws and stuff, but I think I think it can be depicted in like a comedic way, because other animes still do that too. But yeah, well, for me personally, as an American audience, yeah, it's a little jarring to all of a sudden go from, simple, like, not simple, but like a different story to all of a sudden that. And it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, like some of it's you're just like, do we really need to? But then you also have to remember, like, well,
Cultural
it's
differences.
published in Garaku, which is
Yeah,
a very
I mean-
adult magazine.
Yeah,
And you're
like
like-
everything that surrounds Ginga always was a little
Yeah, warning to anyone who buys any of the original Garaku magazines. There's some very adult stuff in there that you don't want to.
Yeah.
But it's like, oh dear. Okay.
Cannot be as bad what I see in school. That wasn't a joke. That is actually a thing. We have we have a little school library. It's full of almost porno magazines.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Welcome to Varkaus.
Yeah, with Garaku, if I have 2 of the magazines, and I just slowly flip to the edge till I'm like, oh, there's the dogs. There we go.
Yeah,
that's all I want to see.
That
Get
I
some
remember
binder
I
clips
do,
or
like when
something.
I was
Yeah.
in Japan and bought them every Friday, and I still remember one of my sensei came like, you buy that, and I quickly just go to the chapters like, I'm reading it for this.
Yes, I'm only reading it for this.
The dogs.
I know one of my friends went on a trip to Japan, and I asked them to pick me up, because the next Garaku magazine was gonna have Ginga on the cover, and so I was like, "Can you buy this for me?" And they were like, "Okay." Because she's like, I got such weird looks buying this because she looks like very young, and it was just, oh dear. It's like, oh, that was kind of embarrassing, and I'm like, I'm sorry, but thank you.
You're talking. I just realized what you were talking about. I just remembered I saw that. I saw that on the bookshelves of the supermarket when I was searching for weed.
Yeah, Weekly Manga Garaku is a adult magazine, so you gotta be a bit careful when if you buy it. Just be like, okay, know that there's other stuff in there.
Get
you might not want to see.
Get binder clips and clip everything else.
That was what I did, because I ended up with a duplicate copy of, I think it was the Ginga Densetsu Noah first issue. Because that's got a really nice cover. And so when I was in vending at one of the cons and I had all my Ginga stuff out and I was selling that one, I put sticky notes as to okay, here's where the Ginga is, but you also still need to show me an ID to be able to look at this book. But here's the page already tabbed for you to flip to see Ginga. So you can skip it if you want, but you do need to be 18 or over to actually buy this. I need to censor it. I'm sorry.
That's the unfortunate part of it.
Yeah. But if Garaku didn't pick it up, like, we wouldn't have, you know, GDW and all the other mangas that we really, really love, despite where Noah ended up going to. So you do have to like give them kudos for that, for taking it up to continue the series when
absolutely
Jump didn't want to. So
funny dog series.
But it is interesting to see how the series changed, even with the different demographic in the manga. Like, there's a lot more potty humor, GDW and onward.
That's one thing. Oh, sorry, continue.
Let's see. Barry was asking, are Garaku's ever plastic wrap before purchase? I'll be honest, I'm not sure. I don't think they are.
I think some are.
Some are. Yeah, that I'm not sure. I've never been to Japan myself and looked at that. But when my friend like brought back, like, they weren't wrapped in plastic. So I think it depends on the magazine, probably. Some of the age stuff is different over in Japan, so there are different laws and everything. If it was published in other countries, I'm sure it would be.
We've had them here in America, and we've had them they're usually shrink wrapped here, but you still have to be careful, make sure there's no like cuts or anything, because there are people who will come through and like open them. Like, it goes with anything. Like, people do this in general, not just with these things, but people will cut them open and be like, oh, what is this about? Cut it open, then realize what it is, and just shove it back onto the shelf.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen that happen a lot here. So you always gotta be careful when if you find a magazine that may not be exactly, if it's next to a bunch of other ones that are wrapped, be careful when flipping through it. That's something I learned very quickly. And it's a big part of the reason I don't shop for manga anymore. Unless it's in person, because stuff like that happens a lot.
Yeah.
That makes
always
sense.
gotta make sure you check the book.
Our public library used to have them all the time. That was a bad time. Like, going to check out like Inuyasha or something, and then it's like you flip open and it's that. I've had that happen a couple times, so you always got to be careful. If you do see them out, it is a good idea, depending on where you're at, if you do see them unwrapped or in libraries or something like that, because that's always what we did. Whenever we found them like that, we would
report it.
Yeah. And you know, especially if it's at a library, because like, we were kids. I haven't gone since I was a teenager, so like, we were really young when we got exposed to that kind of stuff because of that. Because libraries, sometimes they just don't have time to go through all that.
Yeah, just make sure that, there's tons of books there. You got,
so
you can't look through everything every day.
Especially for you guys who are going to have it a little bit more accessible in person. Just fair warning. No, we've had that happen a few times.
Honestly, from the way that like kind of everyone's been talking about it, I would, besides like little spin-offs, I think it would, I would be okay with Noah being the last kind of big part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like, where do you go from here? Like,
you've already had buttworms, you've had aliens, you've had God, you've had vor dogs. Like, there's really not much more that you can do, and I feel like Yoshihiro's just kind of tired of it.
Like, and I do like the idea of just doing like a 1-volume sort of ending, because I would love to see Gin go back and see Daisuke. Because like at the end of GNG, Gin went back to see Gohei. Yeah. And so then I'm like, I would love to see like, you know, Gin, you know, I'd want to probably see him die and have that be like the end.
Oh,
The story's as sad as it would be, but I think that would be a good ending. Him go back to Daisuke like he was for like dying in Gohei's arm. Like,
I think that would have been like the ideal ending.
Yeah, I think it would be a very nice ending. As sad as it would be, I think that would be
it's a shame that we'll probably never really get a nice, satisfying ending. It's just kind of gone off the rails, and it's probably just going to stay that way.
Yeah, unfortunately. I wish we would be able to like wrap it up all nice with like a little bow and everything and make some sort of like happy ending, but I feel like it's just not going to be possible from everything that I hear.
Yeah, it's going to be very difficult to do anything from this point.
Give us more Lonely Ron.
Yes, Lonely Ron is the best side story.
Yeah,
besides First Wars, because First Wars is, peak Ginga. Give us more Bella.
And even Kage and Ken, I would love to see what they were like growing up together, because like it's kind of established that they do grow up together. So I would love to see like an kind of a spin-off or like a one-off about them too.
Yeah.
I have a feeling they would die in Lonely Ron. Like in the dining room.
The Ken, Kagetora, George, Minnie, it's like Harutora, Nobutora, it's like all of those.
Yeah.
I would like to see even any kind of like even one book for Moss. Like he's such an interesting character.
Yeah. I love to see some more Moss. I would never get tired of more Moss content, to be honest.
Because it's a fat dog and they're strong. That's the only reason.
And he's Teshin's adoptive little father. And I
yes, give us more baby Teshin.
More baby
also,
Teshin.
Sits on people.
Yeah, and they kind of glanced over what he went through with Gin and the others, them training him. Like there are so many options for them to have, and I feel like it's not even him, like not that he doesn't want to do it. I think it's the publishers who possibly just don't want to go back to the old stuff, keep bringing in new stuff, because unfortunately a lot of animes and mangas go through that kind of stuff lately. They want new stuff. They don't want to go back to the old characters. They want new. They want everything new and shiny and all that.
Yeah. Even though so many people just love the nostalgia of seeing these old characters again. It's like, look,
absolutely.
I mean, when they advertised Noah,
we got
they
Hyena,
had all those old characters.
We got Hyena. That's our old character. None of us wanted it.
We got one old character and that was it.
And I mean, Hyena's arc was like really nice and satisfying as is, and then they had to go and bring him back and ruin it.
And have him commune with God. And learn how to fly. Like
fly through space.
Yeah. There we go. That works.
My computer is crashing.
There you go, Petunia. Petunia's back.
Wait, I have a dog in here.
Just.
Why do all of them look like they've like snorted meth or something?
Wait, oh my god. Wait, are we getting our dogs? Are we?
We're doing dogs on camera.
We're doing dogs.
Yep.
There we go. Got both. I can't see past them.
Kaioshiro kind of looks like you got
What?
games on your phone.
You
Yeah.
got games on your phone.
With those big wide eyes.
Oh,
Mom said
Every kid in the age of 6. Those are just the kids in the age of 6.
Mom said it's my turn to watch the cut VHSs.
Mom said I could watch Cocomelon on the iPad.
Mom said it's my turn to
those
watch the
plushies are
finished dub.
adorable.
Wait, someone said that all the plushies are adorable. Well, clearly you're missing the cutest one with the best face ever.
Which one?
Yeah.
Okay.
When I got my Hogan plushie, my mom was obsessed with him. She was like, "He's so handsome."
Are you telling me that he
And I'm
sure
like,
is a handsome looking guy?
I didn't-
Oh yeah, I've been. Oh,
I didn't
Hogan
have the
really
heart
is.
to tell her
I see
his
you.
personality.
Yeah, nice to meet you
What
too,
if you
Hogan.
did? What if you did tell her his
And
personality?
I'm
What would
like,
happen?
yeah, he like took a fat shit and told Gin to eat it, or John to eat it. And he's kind of a creep, but yeah, he is very handsome.
He watches
Oh, yeah,
children taking shits.
Speaking
That's
of
usually what
taking a
bad guys
shit,
are.
I'm
Handsome
really
but
Kyoshiro did the same thing.
I'm honestly really surprised that we got this much merch of him. Like,
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting
just-
especially like a keychain. Like,
Mhm. And I think maybe like the Phanoma stuff like saw how popular like maybe the pure plastic plush was and was like, oh hey, do people want like some of the villain characters? It's like yes.
Yeah.
I would love a
Kaibutsu.
Snicker plush.
Kaibutsu next.
Just don't make them look like
Yes.
this.
Yes, not green Kaibutsu. Please no. Please no green Kaibutsu.
I want fluffy
Go
Kaibutsu.
give Justice.
Give him the most glorious mane ever.
Yeah.
I want a Kakuto plushie as my teddy bear.
Glowing.
I just love how smug Hogan
Yeah.
is in the
I
Phantom
can't
merch.
wait for my Kabuto plush to arrive. Like,
Same.
I'm so excited. Oh my gosh.
Do you think if they did Kaibutsu, they would make him gigantic like they did with Akakabuto?
Oh, I bet they will.
They probably could.
I
Like
hope
now that
they
they've
will.
tested it, because they would just have to scale up like this pattern and then change it.
Yeah.
Whereas
And give him a
Akabuto
diamond.
was like a whole new pattern.
Yeah.
I think that would be
Honestly, I mean, as much as I love like Moss and everybody, I would really like to see like a sniper plush. I
really-
think
yeah,
that would
be a cool
super
one.
cool.
Which one?
Which one?
Sniper or Murderess?
I would probably prefer
Honestly-
sniper because no like
Or both.
underwear. Looking.
I think both. Like if they use like plastic to make like the headpiece and the leg, I think that would be pretty
Kind of
cool.
like have 2 editions like they did with Gin.
Yeah,
And
Yeah,
like,
they
have
could
the,
totally
have
do
the Mur S be like limited edition or something.
Mhm.
Yeah.
My because my favorite Ginga plushies are the ones that are more distinct. Like I think the Murder S would definitely fall in that more distinct. Like I love my Mel plushie, but he does just kind of look like a golden retriever.
Yeah. But then you have like Kurojaki and
Yeah.
like, oh my
Oh,
gosh.
Yeah,
It's
the
so good.
Kurojacki's probably my favorite because he just looks
Mhm.
he's so distinct and he's like
Mhm.
he looks really nice.
Yeah.
I'm kind of on the same boat. Like I love my GB plush so much. He looks so funny. But I like when they're a lot more distinct. Like GB just kind of looks like an English setter. Like he doesn't really have much distinct pattern or anything like that. But I mean,
I think the funniest plushie though to me is the TS Rocket.
Yeah.
He looks nothing like
That's
Rocket.
dreaming. That's
He looks they tried to modify the pattern, but it didn't work.
They're like, he's a beagle now.
Yeah.
Poor
They
Rocket
just-
being
they
used for
couldn't-
memes all the time.
Yeah, they couldn't
for
convert
you.
over into Borzoi face at all.
oh look at that.
Long dog.
Like I want the Rocket plush so bad. Not only because I really like Rocket as a character, but also because it looks so silly. It's not
Yeah.
I need like Phanoma to make a Rocket plushie and make his nose just really long. I need Ho's nose dog.
Yeah.
Please.
Make it just over exaggerated, please. Please.
I think even non-Ginga fans would go for it if they made the long-nosed dog meme with them.
They should just make his nose really long and like put weights in it, like the beads in it to weight down the nose.
No, he's just
Droop snoot.
I would
Droop
love to
snoot.
get like another Rocket.
Even yes.
I also don't,
forgot.
I don't know if anybody knows this or if anybody else's Hyogen has a heart on their back. Mine does, and it's
That's
so
so cute.
and I didn't
Yeah,
realize
so
it.
funny thing, I don't know if you've seen the photos of the original like prototype plush that they made of Hogan, where basically
I want him.
they took like one of the studio sheets and they marked out like, okay, here are the spots that we want to have the same on all the plushies. You can sort of, then the rest of it is just a random pattern of spots. But there were those specific spots that they wanted to have. And so they highlighted those in pink. And when they saw the sample, if they actually had made Hogan, but with pink spots.
What?
Yeah.
So there's only one of those that exists. And I believe Uru has kept that one because it was so funny. But they're like, no, that was just me marking out. These are the important spots. Please make them black.
Yeah.
They should have kept
Yeah,
it.
so there's a pink spotted Hogan that exists. I don't know if I can find the photo.
I need it.
It's somewhere in Ginga board.
I wanna pink Hogan so bad now. Oh my god.
Yeah, it was like so funny, and they were just like, "Okay, you kind of got the idea, but not quite." Let me see.
They get a gold star for effort.
Yeah,
They
they
tried.
at least noted that, like, okay, we want those specific spots, but
they're pink, so we'll make them pink.
yes. Let's see if I can get the right search to find it.
That's what I'm trying to do too. See if I can find it.
I cannot stress this enough. Listening to GB's team, this is just 10 times funnier. This little conversations. Yes, I am listening to GB's theme, so this makes it funnier for reasons I do not know why. I need to shut the fuck up. I really need to shut up.
Oh. Yeah,
Oh.
you do, but
Oh my god, look at him.
Yes, that is it. Or I can I will share.
I love him so much.
So this
Oh
is
my
where they
God.
were marking out the
Yeah.
pink spots that are important, and then
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
there he is. There he is in all his glory, his pink spotted glory.
Why didn't we get this?
Yeah, it's like do a special edition of.
Oh my gosh.
We got the
Edition.
pink Gin Safubi. Why can't we have pink Hogan?
Yes.
Thanks a lot. Now I want a pink
Oh
Hogan.
my gosh.
It think that makes it those two pictures make it funny more than the that it's pink. It's just there just reads help in the bottom of the picture.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
love
it's
I
like
love King Hogan. This makes me so happy now.
yes.
I need it.
He's so cute. There is only one in
Look at
existence.
the ears.
Yeah, even the inner ears, because that was well. They
The
were
ears
marking
are
out
really cute.
He's got like
Even
little
the ears
rose.
are long.
Yeah.
It's
He's got
Gemba.
floppier
Yeah,
ears.
his ears aren't
Yeah.
cropped here.
I just got a
Gemba.
goddamn deja vu.
Pink Gemba with a scar. All the scars.
See, they could have given us Gemba.
Why does he look terrified?
Because he
Because
doesn't know why he's pink.
You wonder why he hates humans. They did this to him.
They dyed
Yeah.
him.
Made him pink.
Because they thought, oh, pink would look adorable on you.
Nuh-uh.
Make like an Easter edition, or even
Yeah.
an October edition.
April Fool.
You know, we would all buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
mean, like,
care if it's April Fool's. I'm buying it.
I mean,
Didn't
I
they
was
do an
only.
April Fool's? Like, I'm pretty sure Pure Plastic did an April Fool's, didn't
Yeah,
they?
they did underwear.
They, like,
Oh, I
Yeah,
just can't
yeah, they
wait
made
for
a joke.
April Fools.
Yeah.
Yeah. They did a fake underwear advertisement.
What?
Undies.
Why?
What?
Why the fuck?
Because we have so
Underwear.
much other weird merch. Might as well.
I want my
Nice.
whole wardrobe to be Ginga. And when I say my whole wardrobe, I mean my whole wardrobe.
Yeah.
Including the stuff you can't see.
I would love my whole wardrobe to be like that. That would make me so happy.
We already have shirts. We have hats. We have shoes. Now we just need socks, pants, and underwear.
I mean, honestly, I would love to have the Ginga pants. That would be so cool.
Especially
mean,
if
we
they did
even
them
have
in
an
like
official
that
mask.
subtle camo design that they did for like the shoes and everything. Like that as pants. Oh yeah,
yeah.
totally go for it.
I want shorts that say weed on the butt. That says Barry in the chat.
Oh, yeah, that's
And
brilliant.
then on the,
Barry.
have it somewhere on the front with a picture of weed.
Yeah, whenever like I show like people that don't really know Ginga something like from weed, and they're like, "Does that say weed?" And I'm like, "Yes, it
Yep.
does."
Yep.
Yeah.
I want Ginga socks with a little pattern of like characters' faces or something.
Mhm.
I'm kind of surprised they haven't done that yet.
You makes
They-
them illegally.
I mean, I know that there's Redbubble offers socks, so someone could take
Yeah.
their fan art and
Yeah.
put it on there.
We need to make a little Ginga pattern.
Do it. Do
Look
it.
for it.
You know what, I'm not
I
gonna
don't need
make
ideas
those actually.
to take my time away from my things I'm supposed to be doing.
Listen, I got a couple things in the works. I can probably make a pattern, or even with the Gin and Weed stickers, the little front-facing stickers. I can do that with. Try to make a
Oh,
pattern
yeah.
out of that. Because those aren't going anywhere. Those are staying in the shop. So might as well expand what I can do with them.
I'd go for it.
Ginga
I mean, I think
socks.
all of us would pay
I mean,
for Ginga socks.
Redbubble also has pants.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Was just
they
thinking
do.
of
And
pants.
And
Batman-
underwear.
leggings and yeah, there's a lot of stuff that Redbubble offers.
They need underwear. Where's the underwear catalog? Come on.
No, now I kind of want to make a shirt where it's just yeah. I don't know if you guys have ever seen like they usually do it like Sonic characters and stuff like that, where it's just like the stomach pattern of the character. Do like that, but for Ginga.
Yes.
And, like,
I mean, you gotta make
That's
sure you highlight some
cute.
pecs in there.
Some boobies.
Oh yeah,
You gotta
Though-
show the muscle shirt. It's gotta be a Ginga muscle shirt.
Gotta show
they
them
do have
those
muscle tees on
titties.
there. They have muscle tees on there, so
You,
Yep.
you need to make sure the pecs are drawn.
Yes.
We're
yes.
all gonna have pecs.
and 2 layers of them.
Yes.
For some reason, anatomy broke.
yeah.
They should like put something in the shirt like where the breast muscles are just kind of like popping a little bit out.
Yeah,
Just
Padding.
for the funny.
some panic.
Padded
Oh, really funny.
padded shirts.
Yeah,
Padded Ginga booby shirts.
wear a pattern shirt underneath it for now until we can get access to fully printed.
I mean, we already have Ginga Peck mouse pads. We're only a step away from a shirt.
Yes.
Yeah.
I created that monstrosity and I do not regret it.
I think it's a phenomenal monstrosity.
And I need it.
I was just like, how has no one done this before?
Well,
How has
he's-
no one had this idea? I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
I mean, maybe I need another booby mouse pad. Mine, it's blurry. Mine right now is beetles.
Aw.
That's so cute. I have one that's a
Actually,
pile of
That's
hamsters.
so cute.
They're in love.
That actually makes sense. So it's not like
I've seen some really creative designs for those, and I have a few. Like I have my pile of hamsters. I have one where it's the capybaras in the hot springs, and then it's got the fruit is the
Nice. I've seen one. The same artist that made the one I have. They also have one with a pigeon and 2 eggs.
oh yeah the little nest. Oh yeah, there's some creative use of the
boobies.
padded part because they are really nice mouse pads. Like
Yeah.
it's really nice to have that wrist support, but sometimes you're just like, this is just funny.
Yeah. I actually
Yeah,
I
'cause
took
this
it
one's
on a trip with me, and I actually got stopped at security because I guess they saw that in there, and they're like, "What is that lump in your bag?" And I can't. I couldn't imagine the horror if I actually had like a booby mouse pad,
Yeah.
like of TSA pulling that out, and I'm like, "Thank God I have a beetle one."
Yeah.
Like imagine just someone being
Yeah.
stopped at TSA and they pull out like a booby mouse pad.
You know,
Oh, sure.
I'm sure they've seen weirder.
True.
I'm sure they've seen weirder things.
I would die of embarrassment on the spot.
Yeah.
Listen, the amount of women who have been embarrassed with TSA and stuff,
Yeah.
a booby or booty, whatever pad is not as bad. Probably not the worst thing they have or will see.
Someone go through with one of my Ricky or Gin ones so they can
like
wonder why do these dogs have giant?
Why do the dog have boob?
The dogs have boobs.
Dog have
Right.
boob?
Blame Yoshi.
Yes, we will blame it all on the creator.
He's the one that
Now-
gave the dogs the boobs.
Now we need plushies that have like
Listen, even
boobs,
he has
like
them. Even he
sculpted
has
on.
Yeah.
His are highlighted. His are highlighted. They're highlighted.
Well, now a plushie needs to highlight them, like a nice
Yeah.
sculpted
Yeah.
dress.
Why don't these guys have?
Come on, Fanima.
They already have a line down the middle, don't they? Yeah, they already have that stitch line down the middle.
Little
Could've
bit.
Put a little bit more.
It'll work.
There.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Okay,
Looks like it's time for our drawing. So let me
Yes.